I've been getting a lot of comments and DMs about baseboard as it pertains to this mock-up, and people are saying, hey, I've got 5¼ inch base, or I have this other base in my room. How do I incorporate that base into this wall paneling? So let's talk about that. On this smaller mock-up, I recreated what we already had on the larger mock-up as far as the vertical 1x4s, the horizontal 1x4 at the bottom. I wrapped this corner similar to how we did on the mock-up previously. And I'm also showing a piece of 5¼ inch baseboard over there, which might simulate what you could already have in a room in your house. And you're thinking about doing this detail, but wondering how you can incorporate this into that 5¼ inch base. Because as you can see, if we took another piece of 5¼ inch base and went on top of this, we're totally losing that 1x4 on the bottom. So what can you do to make this look decent? In that instance, I would not install this onto the floor. With 5¼ inch base, I would hold that wainscot detail up off of the floor 5 inches, whether you snap a line or whether you use spacers or blocks around the room. I would hold the bottom of this wainscot up 5 inches, and then I would install the wainscot. And then I would come back with the 5¼ inch base, and it would just cover the bottom 1/4 inch of your wainscot. By installing it this way, you're still showing essentially all of the 1x4 on the bottom. Only a very keen observer would ever know that you buried a 1/4 inch of it behind the baseboard. So this exposure still looks right. It still looks proportional to the verticals. So if I was starting this install from scratch in a room that had that 5¼ inch base all the way around the room, I would take the base off of the wall completely where you're planning to do your wainscot, and the wall that you're going to intersect into, I would cut that baseboard back 3/4 inch so that this can slide in behind there. And then I would go ahead and just make a cope cut on the end of this, which will allow you to just match the profile on this piece, and you won't have to go ahead and tear this whole piece off down the room to miter that. And if you've been following my page for more than a couple of weeks, you would know that I have a video already posted about how to cope baseboard. It's back about 20 or 30 videos on my page. It's got around 1.6 million views. It was pretty popular. That'll take you through step by step how you can use a coping saw to cope baseboard so that you could butt a piece right into your existing baseboard and not have to fuss with making any miters.